Joining me right now, retired four-star general and Fox News senior strategic analyst, General Jack Keane. General, good to have you here. Do you think it's going to happen?
Yeah, I think it likely will. I think you're absolutely right here. But most of what's happening here doesn't have anything to do with this exercise, as the North Korean press and South Korea is claiming. This is an exercise that's been scheduled for a long time. It's done routinely. And it's not one of their major exercises. And he hasn't been making any noise about this particular exercise prior to this. So what is it? I think it's largely posturing, as you indicated. And the reason for that is that, look, he's got people, he's got cronies all around him. And Secretary Pompeo said something insightful the other day, and that is that Kim Jong-un pays a lot of attention to the Western media. If that's the case, there's been a media frenzy around President Trump and his bringing Kim Jong-un to the negotiating table and his willingness to make concessions, so much so that President Trump may be deserving of the Nobel Peace Prize. Now, we know that's absolutely premature, but nonetheless, that frenzy's been out there.
Can you imagine, by the way, you heard what I was just saying about some on the left and some in the mainstream media that don't want this to happen because, God forbid, Donald Trump be the one that actually gets some kind of peace on the Korean Peninsula and wins a Nobel Peace Prize. But isn't that sad, General? I mean, to think that people are somehow putting politics before country. It's not just sad. I would say it's despicable, and it disappoints me, sir.
Yeah,
you?
I think some of that has always been the case. Certainly there was some of that going on when President Obama was president, but I have never, ever seen it as intense as it is here with the anti-Trump feelings that the media have and others like them. Former Obama officials, as you just noted one in CIA Director Brennan, the president has not been duped. As a matter of fact, he's made more progress here than any previous president has made. And I think we likely will have the summit. Why? Because it's also in North Korea's interest to have this summit, as it is in the United States' interest and the region as well. So,
Indeed.
And I do think, here's the other thing that I'm encouraged by. We know our diplomats are talking to their diplomats in preparation for the summit now, which is less than 30 days away. We just don't let our president walk in there and meet Kim Jong-un. Right. They have to set an agenda with details and conditions, et cetera. That's ongoing. The State Department is not saying anything negative to us at all, despite this thing that occurred coming out of North Korea's media. So that tells me that we're still working on preparation for the summit, period.
Yeah. And a little bit of posturing, perhaps, on North Korea's part.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me ask you this, General, because this has been a big story as well. All these leaks that are happening in the White House and staff members out there saying this one did this and this one said that. John McCain, of course, came up. Here's what Sarah Huckabee Sanders had to say about these leakers. I want to get your reaction. Here she is today.
There are a couple of bad actors. I think it is disgusting and some of the most shameful behavior that you could ever engage in. It's an honor and a privilege to work for the president and to be part of his administration. And anybody who betrays that, I think, is a total and complete coward, and they should be fired.
General, let me just ask you about the military, because you guys don't have these problems in the military. You don't have to worry about everybody out there leaking because you're all on the same team. What is it that the president needs to do or can do to try and basically get everyone together and stop some of this backbiting and stop some of this leaking so that they are indeed together on one team? What's your advice?
Yeah, well, first of all, they've made some real progress here. The degree of leaking that the White House had after the inauguration was on a scale we've not seen in a town where leaking is prevalent with any administration. And it was not until Chief of Staff Kelly came on board that major changes were made, and a lot of it was buttoned up. So that's been good. And also some people, it wasn't publicly disclosed, but there were people fired because they caught them at the leaking. And I think the best solution here is obviously the kind of people you're hiring, because you want the right values there. That's number one, as you make a reference to the military. But number two, if you have leaking that involves any aspect of national security, and most meetings in the White House have some element of national security associated with them. That's why everybody's got classified clearances. You know, I would tell people, you work here and we have leaking going on, there will be interrogation with polygraph to determine what's taking place here. Our intelligence agents, they get polygraphed on a regular basis through interrogation to make certain that they're not mishandling classified information. And that'll get people's
the administration. That'll get their attention, right?
It'll get their attention real quick.
Well, Ed Rollins said just yesterday, he said, look, you got to kind of put the fear of God into them. They need to know that this is not okay. This is not acceptable behavior. You do have to sort of get them all together on the same team and make them think about the good of the party, the good of the country, et cetera. But I hear you. Maybe the lie detector test might be what it takes. But disappointing that you're seeing so much of this. I guess it happens all the time, and it has happened through history. But this news cycle seems to be lending itself towards more of it these days, General.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think General Kelly really has brought some discipline to this thing. And he did get everybody together right from the outset, in an all-hands meeting and told them what he thought their responsibilities were and their obligation to this president and to the American people. That's what he was talking about. You're serving the president, but you're serving the American people.
Good.
And that's what we need.